when you're ready.
Well, Isaiah, I know I asked Tim this, so I guess I ask you the same thing. I'm sure you know you have no picks in your career. Is that something you kind of focus on, or is it just something you let happen organically, or how's that?
It's always been a focus, but I never tried to focus on it too much throughout my career, just because I feel like when you focus on something too much during the game or in practice, it'll get in the way of what you really have to get done at practice. But it's definitely become more of a focus for my senior season.
Isaiah, what did you work on most in the off season?
I put on some good weight this off season. I tried to work on my lateral quickness and my press technique and learning multiple positions on the field.
How much weight did you put on?
I put on about 12 pounds. I'm 194 pounds as of today, and it's been consistent since the summer.
And for you, do you feel like you're more comfortable at that poundage? And then do you feel like you've kind of lost a step, or are you just as quick?
I'm just as quick, most definitely. I feel like it's kind of the standard for myself and for our position room. Just to gain weight, because throughout a long season you're going to need it when you got to tackle these big backs and these big receivers in the Pac-12.
Obviously, you guys brought in a lot of new guys in the secondary this year. How much more competitive is it in the secondary just to get time on the field?
Oh yeah, it's really competitive. It's really competitive. I was just having a conversation with Jaden Grant the other day. I told him if I could tell somebody, a player coming in to play for Coach Blue, it'd be you need to learn more than one position, because it's a lot of guys on the field that can play corner, that can play just safety, and can play just nickel. So you gotta get out your comfort zone and learn multiple positions, to get on the field.
Who's that guy in the secondary you feel like is best at playing all the positions back there?
Me. No, I'm just kidding. Jaden Grant. We got a few guys actually that have stepped up. Last year, the football IQ was coming along, and it was only a few guys, but now it's become like multiple guys. We got Jaden Grant, who can play corner, nickel, and he can play safety, both spots. And you got Winston Russell, who can play corner and nickel and safety. And then we got Achille, who can play all three, and then now myself included, I can play all three. Like it's starting to be an effect on the whole room now.
Have you played safety at all ever at Oregon State?
No, I have not.
With 12 more pounds, you feel like you will this year?
Man, I feel like I could play it. Yeah, I could. If it was asked of me to do, I'll do it.
Hey, Isaiah, you have seen more than your share of position coaches come and go throughout your time. What is it like, A, playing for Coach Blue, and B, having a position coach more than just 1 year?
It's been really nice. I got to build more of a better relationship with this man, and he came in and he's worked me and pushed me to limits that I like to be pushed to. And that's all that is right there. I mean, he grinds us, and I'm more appreciative of that now this year going into my senior year.
You guys had your second scrimmage the other day. What do you think are things that the defense still needs to kind of work on and improve on ahead of your first game coming up?
I mean, there's always room for improvement in all phases of the game, offense and defense. Even when we think we've been perfect, the coaches said, even when we think we're perfect, they're still going to find a way to tell us that we need to do something better, So I never like to say that there's anything that we don't have to work on. We had a good scrimmage today, and I still think the work needs to be put in,
Going back to what you said about Coach Blue, is there anything like specifically that he does that just makes you guys want to buy in more and play for him more?
In the room we talk about the standard, and he says a lot, but I started to learn more playing for him that it's not really what he says. Like, he can say the standard is such and such, but he's not on the field playing. he's not going to meetings, going to lifts every morning, you know, going to special teams meetings and having to sit there and listen on what we have to do, you know. So it really comes down to us, you know.
Isaiah, given that there's a number of you returning this year that have prior experience and have played under Coach Blue, do you guys feel like there's more pressure on you to be a really great defense? And if there is, do you enjoy that pressure?
I wouldn't say there was ever a drop off in any type of pressure, and if there ever wasn't any, I love the challenge. You know, I love the pressure. So, you know, as a secondary, we invite it, we want it. So yeah,